Hello everyone, I'm IsCLM and in this video I'm going to show you how to build an easy and very nice mountain base using pallet 288. This build is good for early survival or long-term living when you're building a mega base. Let's get into the video. Before we begin, I must point out that this needs to be on a mountain or a large hill. First we're going to start with some pillars as always, and we're using the dark oak planks. We're going to come to one of our pointers and we're going to count 1 for now. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8th one you're placing a pillar. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a small easy build. It's simple, something all players can do early game. Now we're going to raise the pillars up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can do that for all of the pillars. Here we go. And then connect these up like that. And we're going to focus on our big one. You can find the middle and place a door. I'm going to use dark oak because it fits with the theme, but you can do whatever. Once the build's done you can choose. And then we're going to need some dark oak stairs and some trapdoors. I'm going to create a circle shape for this. I think it adds a little detail that is needed for the base. So we're going to go in the corners like that and trapdoors in front. And then we want to add one on top of the stairs and flick it up. That's our first curve. And then you can do the same on the top. Like so. Beautiful. And now we want to destroy the stone. Obviously in survival it will take a little longer. And then you want to find some brown mushroom blocks. This could be a hard block to find. You're better off finding a mushroom island, because there's plenty there and you'd need silk touch. But it is the block in the palette, so let's get grinding. And we're going to fill all of this with brown mushroom. Boom boom. Looking at our palette you can see that there is mud brick involved. And yes, we're going to use that, but we're also going to need some packed mud. Again, another grinding material, but if you can find a mangrove swamp, this will make your life 10 times easier. And what we're going to do here is just add some shapes in our brown mushroom, just to texturize it a little bit. I really don't have any advice on where to place it. It's just go with the flow, trial and error it, place it where you think will look good. Before we move on to the upstairs, I'm going to just add another bit of detail. We're going to get in line with the other upside down stairs, and then we're going to click one here and then drag some fences down to the ground. I think it just adds a little bit of extra detail that is still seeable even though it's the same material. And we want to do the same on the other side. There we go. Yeah. Now we want to get our planks again and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drag it along and make sure the other side is matching it. And then on the upside down stairs we want to count 1, 2. And again. And then we're going to drag that along as well. And you can add some fences on top. We're just making a little balcony inside so that when we create the bedroom later, it has a nice balcony to come and look outside. I'm also going to add the upside down stairs and trapdoors, just to give it that curvy look that we love. There we go. Perfect. A nice little design against a mountain. And now we're going to move on to the side. I think a barn is going to look really nice here for horses, and then we can add a little bit of a food farm, sugarcane farm, with a little bit of storage for that sort of things. What we're going to do is upside down stairs again, and the upside down trapdoors, and we could do that on the smaller one as well. There we go. And now we want to grab our mushroom stem, and we're going to place 5 along the bottom, and we can destroy this as well. And add some fences there. That'll trap the horses in once we dig out the area, and at least it means it's a different material to the brown, and it means we've used another block on the pallet. Hello. Now we're going to deal with a little trial and error moment. Even though it's on a mountain, I think you could still do with a little bit of a roof. And I'm going to try using the moss and some deep slate. So I'm going to grab some tiled deep slate stairs and drag that along. And then we could do the same on the top part here. Even stick it out a little bit and do an upside down and one on top like that. I do sort of wish we had like moss slabs. And we could even do that on this bit, to be fair. Boop. And boop. Now that was my concern, how it sticks out, but it doesn't look too bad. So let's try it on the top one as well. There we go. It doesn't look too bad actually. I do like that. It's a naturey feel, and it is quite a strong contrast from the dark oak, so I think we will leave it like that. Once you've dug out the room, we're going to add some pillars just to give it a little bit more of a nice look inside. So as you can see, there is some dark oak planks there, so we're going to just add the same here and drag this along. You can also add the detail of the upside down stairs and the trapdoors. And now we're going to mark out some extra pillars. So we want to put one here and count 3. 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go all the way to the corner and add one there. And then we want to get in line with this pillar and count 3 again. Each pillar should be in line with each other, and then you can go around adding upside down stairs and trapdoors on each pillar. You could even do it on this one as well. After you've put details around all the pillars, we are going to move on to the roof inside here and the floors. Starting with the floors, you can fill in this part with grass. Eventually we will add a dirt path in like this using the shovel, and it will connect to the front of the other part of the base. And we can continue some of the grass in here, and then I will leave a 3x3 to add some oak planks just to give it a bit of a floor. And I think I'll add grass here as well. And here as well, because this side is going to have a wheat farm, because why not? Next we're going to add deep slate tile walls. Squid did this in one of her builds on the realm. It's just easier for horses to get out, whereas with gates you need to have a 2 gate to get them out. I don't know why, it's weird. Looking at this, I think I want to add another pillar in here as well, just to make it match the other side. So you can add one in there and do the trapdoors and everything. And then I want to match the other side just to separate and use a bit more of the stem. I like the mushroom stem. I think it's such a nice tone, and it means that we've got a bit more use out of it. And then for the roof, you just want to fill these squares with the tile blocks. And now we're going to add a bit of the farming. So we're going to need to grab some water. And a hoe. And if you have seeds, obviously use your seeds. So I'm going to add the water here, so it's sort of in the middle. And then we're just going to use the hoe around. And I'm going to grab the oak planks again to give it a floor here. And then we're going to fill all of this with seeds. There we go. Perfect. And now we need to move on to the walls, because these walls are ugly. What we're going to do is change all the walls to match the front of our base. So you want to grab your brown mushroom block again, fill it all in with brown mushroom, and then texturize it with packed mud and mud bricks. Kinda like this. Hello guys, IsCLM here. Are you liking the video so far? Me too. While I have you here, if you're enjoying this video, leave a like and consider subscribing. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I know we can get there. Let's get back into the video. And this is the barn and farm completely done, with the roof and with the pillars, and I've even added a little extra detail. So we've got some storage here, store saddles, horse armor, even some wheat from the farm. I've also decided to take some of the trapdoors away on the middle parts and add in the dark oak planks, just so I can add lanterns on. This is a good light source that is needed so that you don't get mobs spawning in, because that would be annoying, especially when they trample all over your crops. And I think this area looks pretty good. And that means all that's left to use is our azalea leaves, which I've got two great ideas for these. Coming into the inside, I have dug out an area, but measurements don't mean anything, because with mountains and undergrounds, everyone has different ways of building the inside of this. But if I was to do it, this is what it would look like. Ta-da! The inside of the base is completely finished. And as you can see, I've done it quite small for being inside a mountain, but I've made mine set up so that it is beginner survival sort of vibes, or when you're gonna live somewhere for a while before doing a mega base. It has the necessities like furnaces, crafting tables, anvils. We've even got a dog to protect us in our base. We're very kind. And then if we make our way upstairs, I decided that I was going to put the stairs in the wall just because of how small the rooms are. I didn't want it took up by stairs, so this just gives us a little wiggle room. Coming into the bedroom, you see storage, because you don't need massive storage when it's a starter base, and a bed set up. I love this wall so much. It's mushroom stem with the azalea leaves, and behind the azalea leaves it's froglight. Obviously froglight is a grinding material, not something that you can get starter base or long-term base. If you wanted to do this sort of thing, you could use glowstone, shroom lights, or sea lanterns. Anything that just gives off a light will look good behind any leaf. We also have our balcony here, looking pretty good. I love it. I think it's needed for the base because I didn't want any windows, but we needed an open area that shows the outside, and a balcony just fits a mountain base perfect. And that's going to be all for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I've definitely enjoyed this simple mountain base. Sometimes easy is the best way to go. I'd appreciate if you guys would leave a like and a comment below. All these really help the channel out. And if you really enjoyed this video, please leave a subscribe. It would really be appreciated. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.